Colombians are voting in the runoff of the first presidential election since the demobilization of the nation's largest guerrilla group, with a market-friendly lawyer facing a leftist who wants to tax the rich.
Polls predict a clear win for Ivan Duque, 41, who wants to cut taxes on company profits, over Gustavo Petro, 58, who wants to redistribute land and promote solar energy. The nation's 36 million registered voters can cast ballots from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. local time, with most results expected soon after 5 p.m.
The winner will take office in August and inherit a sluggish economy, a migration crisis from neighboring Venezuela and a surge in cocaine production which has brought chaos to parts of the countryside. Despite this, the nation is the most peaceful it has been in decades, with the homicide rate at its lowest level since the 1970s and a presidential campaign season free of the terror and sabotage that marred past votes.
These elections are so important precisely because they are the first for a society that is coming out of 54 years of war, said Dario Avila, a political analyst at the Peace and Reconciliation Foundation in Bogotá. Colombia is opening the door to try to move forward, but is divided on how to do it.
At the peak of drug cartel violence in the 1980s and early 1990s, 4 presidential candidates were assassinated, and the guerrillas made voting impossible in some areas. Without the question of security dominating the elections, the electorate has split between candidates with sharply different plans for the $300 billion economy and the 2016 peace deal with demobilized members of the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, or FARC.
Duque, a one-term senator who was hand-picked by ex-president Álvaro Uribe, backs oil and mining exploration, wants to cut corporate taxes and has criticized the peace agreement as being too lenient on ex-FARC members. Petroleum accounted for about one-third of Colombia's $38 billion in exports in 2017, according to government statistics.
Petro, an economist and former guerrilla movement member, was in 2011 elected mayor of Bogotá, where he subsidized public transport and water. His progressive platform, which calls for transitioning away from coal and oil to solar power and agricultural production, is popular among the young and the poor, Avila said.
Moody's Investor Service said in a report that Colombia's center-right dominated Congress means that the nation would continue to pursue market-friendly policies even in the event of a Petro victory. The peso has rallied more than 4% this year, the most in emerging markets, as higher oil prices lead investors to bet that Colombia will escape the political turmoil afflicting Brazil and Mexico, and the economic chaos engulfing Argentina.